Sometimes we're blue, so give us something to do. Show me to us, Rachel!
Ooh, welcome to Show Me to Us, Rachel! I'm Nate.
And I'm Sam.
Oh, and we're neurodivergent.
Which means that we need to fill our time with
hyperfixations
to show us more about ourselves.
And to help us do that, every week we bring in a Rachel of the Week to show us a new hobby or obsession that we know absolutely nothing about. Then we take a week and try it ourselves.
This week our guest is Jacob Reynolds.
Hey, Jacob.
Reynolds, right?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Jacob Reynolds.
Yeah, how's it going?
How you doing?
Going pretty good. My first time doing something like this, so I'm really excited.
We really appreciate that you turn the lights on for us.
Oh yeah, I
in your
got you.
home.
Yeah. So I don't have any lights in the middle. There's nothing. I have a lamp here. Me and my fiance have talked about this. Like, there is no lighting. It's terrible
so
for
funny.
the streamer life. It does not work for it.
No overheads. They're not allowed.
Yeah. So I need
good.
to get the big photography lights, like back here, the big cubes and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem because I'm sitting right in front of a window. But, you know, the visuals aside...
Visuals.
So
the most important part of our podcast.
Yeah, really important. So what are we talking about today?
So EDM. Dubstep, house, kind of everything that encompasses that. I myself am a dubstep DJ, but I also pride myself in playing a lot of other genres and stuff, being that EDM is such a giant umbrella. So, yeah, that's the focus.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, and I was gonna say we've talked about DJing before and kind of mixing songs, but yeah, like I don't really listen to EDM like at all.
I've like touched on it, but like not. I've never deep dived, and I listened to dubstep some when it was like first introduced or when it like first became popular in like the early 2000s. But since then, I've been completely out of the loop.
Oh yeah, and I mean I think it's changed so much since then. It's opened up a lot. There is a lot of bleeding in of other genres and stuff like that, and other like sort of walks of life and stuff that have taken in, and they're like, oh, like what's EDM? It's this very open, free way of making music, and then they can combine anything with that. Rap, rock is a big thing for me. I like adding a lot of like metal and stuff like that to it.
Oh,
and I
cool.
think the introduction to those has really made it a lot more open for more people to get into. And then they get into even more from that. They're like, oh, well, you know, this song had, Tyler, the Creator on it and stuff like that. They just remix it or something. Well, I really like that style. And then their friends like, oh, well, that's Riddim. You know what I mean? Or that's this, or this is a different genre. Yeah.
I've heard of Riddim. Literally today, I saw on someone's Instagram story. They were like, I was really depressed, but it turns out I just needed more rhythm in my life. And I was like, are you just saying rhythm in a silly way?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
which is where that comes from, actually. Yeah, you're like, yeah, you nailed it.
Okay, I have so many more questions, but like just to start us off, what kind of got you into EDM and dubstep? Like what's kind of what do you know about like kind of how this all started?
No, yeah. So for me personally, I was not into it at all. I was a metalhead. I was a deathcore kid. I was listening to Slam and stuff like that, like everything super heavy. My buddies in college that also made some music he was like, hey, I listened to a little bit of this. Like, you should try producing it. It's a very fun. You don't have to get a whole band set up. You don't have to get a recording equipment. He's like, you should try it out. And I was like, nah, I hate that stuff. I don't like that. You know what I mean? It's not real music. They're not playing instruments. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, out of college, I dropped out. I'm with my now fiance, and I'm like messaging her, or actually, she posts a video of Excision, who is probably the biggest. Yeah, you probably heard of him. He's one of the biggest like dubstep DJs, like heavy guys. Has his own festival. Awesome, fucking loves music.
His own festival. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm watching this video, and it's of his visuals, 3D visual, and it's just this cool like rainbow like tunnel thing with a whole bunch of like animals and stuff around it, building up with the drop and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Let me get into that. Commented on it. Down the line, we go to a show, Excision, one of his shows. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Super amazing. It was an awesome experience. I have been to metal shows, and the metal community is amazing. They're very good people. But the love that I kind of felt at this show, and like telling people it was my first one, and like watching their eyes light up because they were like, oh, like let me show you this. Like, this is it.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's all these kind of little rituals, I guess, that go on at shows and stuff that they do. And I was like getting introduced to that. That was really cool. But I was like, oh, cool. I want to be a part of this community, you know?
Yeah.
But really didn't ever think of making the music. Fast forward a little bit, it's 2018. We go to this thing called Electric Forest. It's in Wisconsin.
I've heard of that, I think. Yeah.
I'm familiar. I never have been, but people in my hometown used to go all the time and talk about it all the time.
Yeah, Madison, Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure. I think if I'm not incorrect, I didn't write that
right,
part down.
yeah.
But yeah, I go to that and I'm sitting at a show. Again, I don't know like any of these artists at first. I knew a couple of them, but I'm at these guys. Good Vibrations. It's a duo group of these guys, Nightmare and Slander, and I'm just kind of watching it. I'm in the middle of this fest. I only smoked weed at the time, you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of sitting there chilling, like taking it all in, and I'm like, whoa, I want to do this. I want to make this. This is really cool. I don't know like kind of what came of me, you know what I mean? But I was like, I want to make this. Like, I love music. It's always been a part of my life. I was in a punk band at the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it just kind of.
How cool that you like remember the moment where you were like, I want to make this.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
Which has never happened. Like with punk, I was like, I just like this stuff and kind of slowly developed. But this was just like a single moment. You know, the camera panned around me, and I was like, whoa, I like this more than normally I like things. You know what I mean? Like I want to engulf myself.
Yeah.
And here I am, 2026. Like I have like launched myself into it. I am working on it every day. We're doing everything we can to get ourselves off the ground and stuff. And I do what I can to also get other people into it because I think it's a really cool area of music that not a lot of people explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm really curious about the culture too, because it's got like crossover with rave culture. Guessing,
100%. Yeah.
I've like chatted with rave people. I actually met some at my birthday party on Friday because there was a Shrek rave at Replay Lincoln Park that I hung out in after everyone left. And one of them was like, "Oh, you guys are a lot of fun. Hey, do you rave a lot?" And I was like, "I've never been." And they gave me their Instagram, and I'm gonna go to a rave with them. But this is all to say that every time I meet a rave person, they're the most friendly, like kindest people.
Yeah.
And they just like to have a good time.
Yeah, it's truly like it's always a mesh of everybody. You know, you will meet a nurse to. I mean, I'm a bud tender. You know what I mean? Like I sell weed. Then you'll meet a doctor. You'll meet all these people of walks of life, and you'll even kind of be like, you'll even look at them and. They might be in rave gear. They might have like glitter on their face, all this extra stuff, and you're like, you kind of visually don't look like out in the public. Like I don't like think I'd see you like this, and that's so cool. That's like it's everybody can be into it, all walks of life, everybody, and I think that is because of how much there is of it, and that like I said, the crossover of all the different stuff, and then like I said, the bleed. They're like, well, wait, I don't just have to like this. I can like all of it, you know.
Yeah.
And then and then the culture helps a lot. The people help a lot. That gets you into it. I love going to shows. Yes, for the artists that I'm seeing, but yeah, I get to hang out with a whole bunch of my friends. Like, because a whole bunch of my friends go to every show. If there's a local show around here, and I don't even tell them I'm going, and I see them, they're like, hey, like, what's up? You know, it's very cool.
Yeah, well, you were talking about speaking of the culture. You were talking about like kind of rituals that you experienced during your first show. Mm-hmm. Like, can you tell us any of those?
Yeah, so absolutely. So there's like, have you guys heard of Plur? Plur.
No.
So it stands for peace, love, unity, respect. It's just a good overall encompassing thing. It's like when you're going to something, try to stay Plur. It's just
stay Plur. Baby.
Yeah, exactly. So when you do it, and I'm really bad at it. So have you guys seen Candy, the bracelets that people wear? Heard of Candy? Yeah. So those bracelets, they have little. Oh, I'll explain. So they're little. The little see-through wiring. They put little beads on that. Shape it to a decent sized wrist. Or there's necklaces somewhere. I have a giant JoJo one that someone at a festival rave at a festival just gave to me, which was super cool. But yeah, so they make those, and then they'll say like Plur. A lot of the times they'll say like Plur on it. They'll say just cool little messages, love, and stuff like that. So when you meet someone, you say hi, you have a cool interaction with them, you want to do this little trade of your candy. So you have a bracelet and they have one. So they'll take their hands, and I'll try to explain it because I know it's going to be mainly an audio thing. They put their hand, you take like one hand with the bracelet on it, and you do the peace sign, and you connect your peace signs like this. So that's the peace. And then they do half a heart, and that's, you put the half a heart together with the other person's hand. Unity.
Whoa.
I forgot which one unity is. I'm blanking on this. I always have to like follow the other person when they do it. And then the last one is respect, and you clasp hands together. They're now holding hands, and then they take one bracelet off while they're still holding hands and put it on that person's wrist, and the other person takes it off and you're trading candy after that interaction. Yeah.
That's so like hippie pilled.
Yeah, it's super cool. Somewhere in my room, I have a bunch that I've gotten from just shows. After even like just shows that I've attended as a concert goer, you know, people will come and give us like ones that they made if they see us play and stuff like that. They'll be like, "Oh, like I loved your show. Like take this. It's super cool." Yeah. So there's that. Have you heard of Sprouts before?
No.
So
not the Amazon grocery store.
No, but closely related. So they take these little things from Amazon, like usually Amazon, whatever you get, and they're little clips, and they have just little bean sprout. Some of them have different flowers on them and stuff. Huh. And your goal is to just clip them on people without them knowing at shows or at festivals.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So like, and I all the time, I'll be if it's a festival or something, I will be chilling somewhere, and you'll just go like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my water bottle from the back really quick," and you grab it. And then you're like, oh, like, what is that? What's this little dangly thing? And you feel it, and it's this little bean sprout. You take it off, you're like, when did that happen? And you can never know, even if it's a show with 40 people or if it's a festival with 100. You have no idea who did that. Yeah, it's super cool. DJs are starting to make their own and kind of giving them out and selling them.
That's cute as hell.
Yeah, I want to make Cantrip ones with little dudes on or something.
Cantrip is his artist name.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Quick plug.
Yeah, I don't even know if I said that. I'm Cantrip, Jacob. Yeah, but yeah, it's super cool little rituals like that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, very fun, and it gets people into it. It's super. You're like, what is that? And you go and ask, and someone's like, come here, and they show it to you, and then boom, you have a bracelet to trade. You know?
Yeah, it's a really I haven't actually been to any raves, but every time I just like meet rave people, it seems like such a warm party atmosphere that I really like, and they seem like so often if you go, because I like to go out dancing or go to clubs, and if you go to just any old club, it's everyone goes with their friends and just sits in a circle, but like rave culture seems very like encouraged to meet people and make friends, which I'm a fan of. Yeah,
they absolutely, like, the more people at a rave, the more fun it is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and the more good people, more good vibes. Like, if you're a person who maybe like is going out by yourself for the first time, and you're not prone to reaching out to a group of people and being like, hey, can I hang out? And you're sitting in a corner, someone will come up to you. Someone will make you have a good time, even if you're trying to have a bad time that night. They will they're going to like dance with you, be like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to. It's going to happen. You can't have a bad time unless you're just forcing yourself to, and even then, it's going to be a struggle too.
Yeah. Well, and I love the. I guess you were talking about earlier, just like seeing someone like in the glitter or the rave attire, and kind of you would never expect them to be like like a nurse or whatever else in public. And I think there's something like there's something to like hobbies or cultures or communities where there's some sort of way to like make yourself look like everyone else in that community or culture with like and kind of separate yourself from the. Like, I think of, like, I don't know, like Renaissance fairs or, like, furries even. Like, it seems like always just, like, people from all over are into this, like, singular thing. And it's because you can just kind of disappear into it, sort of.
It's like there's something cathartic about letting out, like, a part of you that you otherwise have to, like, be professional and hide during the day or something.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you were to see me, I mean, Sam's hung out with me a lot on Discord. I'm a pretty docile person, funny, cracking jokes and stuff. My fiance says I turn into like feral Jacob on stage. Like I'm punching the air, like kind of I'm going crazy. I'm letting loose because I don't anywhere else. Like that is really my time to finally be me, and that's performing. Even if I was just a concert goer, it's the same thing. I love mosh pits. I've always loved mosh pits. I like friendly ones. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, you know what I mean? But just that.
Mosh pits are sweet.
Oh, they're awesome. So I encourage them to be, obviously be safe, pick up people if they fall down, do all that, all the good rules and stuff like that. But like that output of emotion, you know what I mean, is such a fun time to experience with other people who, I don't get to run into other people at my job for fun. If I start to mosh with them, I'm going to get written up and kicked out. Yeah, so I love that. I think that's really cool. Or if you're just someone who's into more vibey stuff, like there is a big thing called cry step. It's just dubstep, but with more emotional themes to it. Yeah. and I love it. It's
Christ.
so good, and it branches
That's
into pop music even. You know, it combines
Yeah.
a lot of like stuff that adds that guitars on the synthesizers and things. It's awesome. I think it's a good. It's both sides of the emotion. You got the anger, you got the sadness. You can get everything, and then at the end of the day, party. You know what I mean? Because that's a big one for some
Yeah.
people. Is just partying and hanging
Yeah.
out. It's
I have a question.
yeah.
What specific? Because it can touch on so many other genres. What specifically makes something dubstep and or EDM?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that was something I kind of wanted to sort of like get into. I feel like it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not the overseer of the genres. You know, but
Hey, but today you are.
Yeah, but here now, this is my.
No one
platform.
here
Yeah.
is gonna
Gus,
contest what you
you
say.
I even like wrote this down. Like, I think EDM, in my opinion, is the umbrella term. It's what your mom,
Okay.
your grandma, your uncle can all call what they hear something that has a synthesizer and a drum in it that
Okay.
they don't really know the genre for. So
Stands
okay.
for electric dance music, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And people will be like, "Well, you don't dance to all of it," but I think that's kind of just again, we can't sit here and get into the super niche logistics of all the words. But yeah, the EDM is, in my opinion, the umbrella term.
Okay.
So like dubstep, dubstep, drum and bass, and house, a bunch of like well-known ones.
Oh, okay.
Lesser known ones like
Drum
rhythm,
and
trance, or hyperpop. I consider that like an EDM.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Miku.
Exactly.
We did a Miku episode.
Oh,
Miku.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out Moth. And then I think within, or wait, what was your question again? It was just about like the different genres, right?
Like what makes something?
Yeah,
EDM
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right,
or
yeah. So
dubstep?
like, what makes something dubstep? You're gonna go within your genres and sort of take out little things. So the drum patterns and stuff. If we're taking, so two that are very similar are gonna be dubstep and Riddim. Dubstep's gonna be your Skrillex that you're used to hearing, that kind of like that OG sound.
Skrillex.
Some people
Classic.
nowadays might call that like OG dubstep. That might be a subgenre. You break it down a little more because that's just a little more of a classic sound. Some people still make that sound. So arguments. Yeah, exactly. More
Good.
more basic. Fire. Like, hey, get him on FL Studio right now.
He's ready.
But it's more, I don't want to say basics, that sounds mean, but it's more basic shapes. Your sine
Yeah.
waves, sound waves, square waves, stuff like that.
Okay.
Then you have like your dubstep. So new age dubstep, I'm gonna just put out there Excision. He's the big one. Big sounds, big exploration of the bass sounds that they can get out of the programs that they're using and stuff like that. I think a big thing is theme. A lot of times dubstep almost has a thematic thing to it, a vibe, if you may. Yeah, exactly. Excision. Yeah, right there. But then there's Riddim. Riddim is almost the same thing, except typically it is distinctly four square notes. Fourth notes. Sorry, fourth notes. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a kick and snare on 1 and 3. It's
okay.
It's one of those distinctions where you can argue this song is maybe dubstep or maybe it's Riddim and stuff, and there's a whole bunch of kind of arguments in between that. But it's almost like a vibe thing. You can't, at the end of the day, I can't tell you a dubstep song has this, and this. If I were to show you enough of it and stuff like that, you would be like, I kind of get it now. Dubstep is like heavier. It fills in the sound more. Riddim is almost the same thing, except it focuses on quicker sound design and more flow, more rhythm, if you may. You know what I mean? Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's focusing more on that. That's where you're gonna get your like blink eat womp blink eat womp womp kind of sound. You know what I mean? You feel that
Okay.
rhythm. It's very focused on that sort of that vibe. Dubstep, we all hear it. It's that like blah 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 blah. Yeah, exactly.
Is the drop part of it for dubstep, or is that like not unique to dubstep?
A lot of songs have drops. The structure of a song typically for a lot of genres is going to be a 16 bar build-up and then a 16 or 32 bar drop.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you can do variances within that. I like putting 8 bar build-ups after 16 bars of music. Give the crowd a little bit of a break of like headbanging, and then they're back up to that hype like build-up moment.
Yeah.
That's where you can sort of start to structure stuff and. In my opinion, tell a story with your song. That's really what you should be doing with like all music, but you can actually like sort of tell it with these sounds. And that's something that people, you always hear a lot like, oh, it's just sounds and stuff, and yeah, it is. I'm not singing on some of them. I'm trying to like
it needs that like story arc though, like beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, and you can really tell that with music. Orchestras, it's the same thing. There's no singing. It's the flow of the song. It's how you've written it that really can dictate what it is, and I think that's a big thing with the construction of Riddim, or if it's dubstep, or if it's house, or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
so I hope that I kind of like maybe answered the question, but
no,
also
that makes sense.
A lot of questions.
No, I'm fascinated.
Well, I was. This is a complete side question that I thought of. Really. So I don't know exactly what goes into a mosh pit. My understanding of it, just generally, is that you're kind of pushing people. Is that wrong?
No, I would say yeah, that's pretty good.
Like, no, you're pushing people.
I've never actually fully been in one myself, but I've been adjacent to many at metal shows. Because Charles, my brother, used to be in a metal band when he was in like high school, and then I just still have a lot of friends in the metal community. They're actually like a lot. The ones I've seen are a lot more like friendly than you'd expect, because no one wants anyone to get hurt, and if anybody falls, you'll have like 3 dudes picking them up immediately.
Yeah.
So
like,
is the appeal like that you're just kind of getting thrown around, and that makes you feel like you're feeling the music more? Is that kind of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing for me. I listen to very heavy dubstep, very heavy music a lot of the time. So when I am at those shows, it's not like how you feel that rage, that stink face, that you're making with music, that can come out in your body, you know what I mean, in ways like movement. Now, yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody. I never would want to, but the amount of smiles you kind of see, especially in dubstep, on people's faces is very fun. I would say dubstep mosh pits are very lax, depending on the artist you're seeing.
Right.
But just because I've been in pits where I've gotten kicked in the head before at like
God.
metal like death. Oh yeah, I've been beat up. I've had my nose has been broken a couple times in mosh pits.
Oh my goodness.
Never
Oh my
dubstep
God.
ones though. Only metal ones. I love it to death. It was always fun, always accidental. It was just people running into me. But yeah, dubstep is more about that pushing and that like having fun aspect of it. Same thing. If someone falls, people are getting them up like right away. Like no one wants to get trampled and stuff. I've seen people, like form circles for someone that was like trying to get back up, or people trying to like help them up. It's a very, again, that Plur comes out in even mosh pits, like, yeah, we're trying to have fun.
Yeah.
But no one's trying to leave here with anything hurt or broken. Like, we don't want medical to have to come over. The less they have to do, the better.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Like that totally makes sense. Like that kind of, when you're listening to something really good and you kind of just like, ooh, this is good. And then you're wanting like a physical thing to kind of hit you in the same way. That's so interesting. I just haven't really even experienced that before. That's so wild.
I'm trying to like make not an analogy, but I'm trying to make like a connection to something else, and I can't think of anything.
I think it's like dancing. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
The different
It's
manifestation of like the feelings that the music are eliciting.
Yeah. Because I think the smaller form of a mosh pit would be a headbang. That's a self mosh pit. That's you just kind of like having that energy, that feeling of the song, and it goes with the song too, like that connection of the body to the song and stuff like that. I think it really is where a lot of the fun happens. When you have that crowd, I've played shows where the crowd just wasn't moving and stuff like that, whether it was my fault or anything like that, and it tears you down. It's no fun. Like, it's like, oh, no one wants to be here right now. I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here, but then when you get that crowd, 5 people, 1,000 people, whatever, and they're moving and they're like flowing with you.
Yeah.
Even as
that's
got
to feel great.
So much fun. So cool. And when it's my song, even this, like, that's the biggest thing. When it's like mine, I'm always shouting out, I'm like, hey, like, we're playing our song, move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. Like, that's my favorite part. That's where I kind of feel, again, I'm not an aggressive person. That's where I can kind of be a little aggressive and stuff, and it's fun. I'm not being mean to anybody, but they're like, like.
Okay, so lots of great stuff, it sounds like. But is there anything that we should like watch out for, or anything that we're gonna be trying this for a week, which I'm sure you're gonna tell us how we can do that. But like, is there anything about like the community, the vibe that kind of like annoys you, or is kind of like, this grinds my gears a little bit?
Sometimes the lack of movement. I do like.
It's got to be dance. It's dance music.
It's dancing. It's movement. Sometimes you can get maybe crowds, like I said, that just the movement's not there, or maybe you're just not the right genre for them, and that's a big problem for me. I don't when I play a show, I'm playing Cantrip. We're playing what like we want to play.
Right.
You know, we make a set. We have sets to bounce between and stuff like that. Like we really have something to show. So yeah, I don't like the lack of movement, and whether that's people getting too drunk, too inebriated, if you think they're on their phones too much. There's a lot of things that kind of go up for that. And when I'm there, I mean, even if it's not my show, I'm very there. I love being up front in the crowd. I like being there for my friends. I'm usually going to my homie shows and stuff like that. I like being there for them and the artists that they're supporting and all that. So that's one that I would say. And I have a bigger problem with, I guess, the higher up in the industry. I want more artists that make music. Here's my soapbox.
Oh yeah, please.
I think a lot of people need to not be so scared of making the songs and stuff. DJing is a form of output of the music, right? It's I love it. It's very cool. You can put together some stuff, but I think when you make your own music and put your heart into that and put that into your sets with other people, I really think I want to see more of that. I love my DJ homies and I love all the people that DJ. They're fantastic at what they do. But if they want to if they're opening or want to open up for bigger DJs and stuff like that, I think it should be more about the music and the output that they do rather than the homies that they have and stuff like that.
Okay.
Interesting.
Like there's a bigger focus on clout than there is the artistry sort of thing.
Not even clout. Clout's okay. Clout means you have some eyes on you, right? I can understand clout. We all want the clout. We want things to blow up. But
sure.
Unless it's that personal social clout of I know this guy, he's a homie. I hang out with him all the time. Some people get big shows booked just on that.
You've told me about this before.
I love. Yeah, I won't say anything. I keep my my Cantrip safe from anything. But
Chris, don't tell anyone about this.
Chris, Pendulum Chris, who frequents he's one of our only consistent listeners. So we address him personally.
You got me.
Wow!
I'm 2 episodes. I am Miku, and I started the DJ one too.
Wow.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll say Chris and Jacob now.
Chris and Jacob.
You better listen.
To the Patreon.
I forgot what we were talking about. This a lot of it. It seems contingent on your friends. And Who and more so than the quality of the work.
Which I guess isn't necessarily something for you guys to look out on specifically to the point of the podcast, to try out. That's nothing that you guys will experience. Hey, unless you want to try and search for shows, maybe that's part of your prerogative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I'd be down to find a show.
Oh yeah.
To go to, honestly.
We should try to find one. Yeah.
I wish I had one coming up. Hopefully I do soon. Certain booking company, if you're listening to this, please, you have 7 days, please.
We get a lot of big booking companies.
Yeah, it's Chris. It's Chris and all the booking companies.
I'm gonna send it to him. I'll be like, hey, just go to 30 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah. Just 30 minutes. The second part's not important.
Skip the part where I said you book your friends.
Okay, so. We're gonna look for a show because I think that would be amazing. But if we can't, how can we kind of get ourselves into this world for a week? What can we do?
Absolutely. There's a lot of sets to listen to online. There's a very very good even full length sets and stuff like that. Some people out there record sets from their GoPros and stuff, really high quality audio and stuff like that.
That's fun.
I would even say, I don't know how much you guys I know Sam's a musician. I don't know about you, Nate, but try making a dubstep song. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I see all that. Try. There's a lot of free programs out there and stuff like that. There's a lot of material out there to watch and listen to. Even just making something fun and having the output, whatever your style is, it doesn't have to be Skrillex, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Sam, I know you're a fucking fantastic piano player. You can put that on a song, you know what I mean? And I can show you artists and stuff that, knowing your music taste, that you'd be into.
Excision.
Excision. Throw your piano on top of that. Whatever. There's so much of it to explore. And then there's a whole world of remixing stuff that to get into, just changing a song completely, making it your own and stuff like that. A lot of tools to help with that. So I think that would be a cool one. Just even attempting something EDM adjacent, a house song. House is very fun and easy to get into. Something that makes you feel good. And I think the biggest goal is when you put that one piece in and you go, oh yeah, you know what I mean? I think once you get that you've gotten the happiness out of it, you know what I mean? And I think that's good. You're gonna catch on, and I think that's a good place to try. I want more people to try just even try making something that they've heard before.
What programs or tools should we try? Are there any you recommend that are kind of simple to get into?
Mac users have GarageBand. You can any DAW is a good DAW. I don't know many free ones. That's a big thing for me.
I thought Fruity Loops was free. Am I wrong about that?
I think there's free versions of it. And even then, you're gonna test it out. If anything, it's just gonna add a big purchase later when you want to get the full version.
Yeah.
Fruity Loops, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Fruity Loops. I know that's supposed to be a really big one for EDM folks too, right?
Yes, yeah. EDM. I'm sorry. Fruity Loops is very good for. I've heard a lot of dubstep artists like it.
FL Studios. Is what you'll see.
And then Ableton. Ableton's another top. Dog. Yeah.
Ableton scares me, dude.
I have both FL and Ableton. I love both of them for vastly different reasons, but
I'm used to Logic, which for any listeners is just the paid version of GarageBand, and it's famously user friendly, and Ableton is famously technical and not user friendly. So Ableton scares the shit out of me.
FL Studios is like Legos. It's very user friendly.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to think. Any last? We're getting close to time. Any last little things?
Any nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think have fun, open your mind up to the music, whether it's creating it, whether it's going to the shows and stuff like that. I just think there's a lot of fun to be had, and a lot of people look at it from the outside and maybe see some bright color people, bright colorful outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a little worried about putting themselves out there. They like it. They know it looks cool. But maybe they're scared of what other people are going to think. And I think a lot of people need to get into that age of, I don't care, if my music is a little weird and obnoxious, whatever, maybe your grandma might think of it, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If you like it, go and try it, go to a show, listen to some of the songs in your car. I think it's a really big thing that's undiscovered for a lot of people. And like I said, for every walk of life, if you're into rap, if you're into country, there's country EDM. I swear, it exists. I love it.
That's awesome.
There's country drum and bass. It's an amazing song. There's one that I know of, I guess, but it's for everybody. It's out there, and just give it a shot. Try it, even if you're worried. No one's gonna care what you look like dancing. No one there is gonna record a video of you be like, ew, they dance funny. No, they don't care. They're gonna be like, heck yeah. Hit that again, you know what I mean? That's the vibes you're gonna get, and I want people to know that there's a lot of fun to have out there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Claps. Okay, well, to end us out, you might have heard this a little bit before if you've heard an episode before.
I always forget.
Can you just give us, I don't know, an EDM or your version of what a time warp sound sounds like?
A time warp sound? I could.
Yeah.
Ooh. I wish I knew about this before. I could have made you one. I could have made you
Oh man, just off the dome.
Just play a riser really quick.
Yeah. Well, I could have made one in my program and stuff, but a time warp and be like.
Oh man, we made it back from the time warp. Man, that hurt.
That hurt.
Yeah, hey, we did it. We are EDM masters now.
Yeah, dude. I took so many drugs.
Nope. Because that's not the culture.
You're right. I hugged.
There you go. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Yeah. So, oh my God. So, we haven't really talked about this too much since we went, but so I also listened to some EDM a little bit in my free time, which we'll touch.
Banjo! It's a banjo visit.
Yes.
Hello, Banjo.
Yes.
Banjo's part of the podcast now.
Oh, he is jumping. He's jumping.
I sort of organically have been getting more into electronic music. Yeah. But a lot
this is
more
great
like,
stuff.
A lot more what's it called? Ooh,
You got it.
where it's like
Oh, yeah, those.
It's not drum and bass, although I guess you could call that drum and bass. What's that? Breakcore. I've been listening to a lot of breakcore.
Oh, okay.
Love breakcore, and then also maybe hyperpop. I don't even know if it could be called hyperpop, but like more electronic pop. Tor is a good example.
Okay.
Stuff
I
like that.
don't even know what I've been listening to. I've just been listening to like kind of vibey stuff.
Yeah. So what I'm learning, I think my biggest takeaway so far,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that you cannot. It's like when people talk about anime, as if it's like all the same. It's not. Like it's like an entire. Like EDM is not a genre. EDM is like a giant umbrella.
Right, yeah.
And there's something for everyone within it.
Oh, and I mean, like, even the okay. So let's talk about our experience first.
Yeah.
So we looked around and we didn't find any. There weren't any like active. I guess like full on EDM, like kind of out in the desert, like spinning lights on your hands kind of events.
Yeah.
But we did find. So we kind of settled on, I guess. Like someone who's doing original EDM music of some sort, at like a concert, and so we found this one that was at Spy Bar downtown, and so I guess so we get there and there's maybe like
No one there.
yeah, maybe two people, and there were two bartenders.
Yep. This was a Friday night too, right?
No, it was a Saturday night.
This was a Saturday night.
Yeah. So there was literally no reason.
It started at 10 p.m. and we got there like shortly after 10.
Oh, we got there at like 10:30 or something.
Yeah, there were like 6 people there.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then so we they were sort of lightly playing stuff a little bit. And yeah, we got like drinks, kind of like we tried to inadvertently kind of just immediately sat us down in the VIP area on accident.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. This is great. Because there weren't any bars or anything in front of it, like keeping us from there. And then this guy was just like, you have to go. And we were like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, it seemed too good to be true, and it was.
It really was. And then, yeah, so I stayed for the entire first set. And Stam stayed a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the first set was the Branzino Boys. Is that
The
correct?
Branzino Boys, yeah. Which seemed like just one boy.
Seems to be just, yeah, I think it seemed like one main boy and then perhaps some other boys kind of hyping on the side.
Oh, yeah. That's one part of I'm learning DJ and or EDM culture that I really, really love. It's just the people that are back there having a good time.
Yeah, and there's always like 5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I get up there? And I think the answer is no. And so I'm like, how do you get up there?
That's what I've always wondered. Like, what is the barrier for entry of being behind the booth? I'm assuming you have to be a friend of the DJ, but even then, do you be like,
something.
hey, man, can I come up there? Or does he invite you? Like,
Yeah, so we didn't get invited up, unfortunately.
unfortunately.
As far as my experience with the music, so this was like, Branzino Boys was definitely more like house slash
dance.
like there was some like build to stuff though.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like all static.
It had the quintessential electronic build and drop and whatnot.
Yeah, and I think like my experience was almost like it was kind of like, I don't know, like when you first get into like a pool and you're kind of like, oh, like this is kind of all the pool is, and then you kind of get used to the temperature, and then you can kind of you just kind of start enjoying just being in the pool. Does that make sense?
I think so. I do. I also think that Mr. Branzino was getting more interesting as his set progressed.
Yeah, it could have been his set as well, but like,
Yeah.
like at first I was just kind of like, okay, this is like kind of all the same stuff, which is often what I feel when I'm listening to EDM stuff in general. Is I'm just kind of like, okay, like a lot of the music I listen to otherwise is like super lyrical or has like interesting like rhyme schemes or like has a lot of like drive in like the drums or guitar or something like that. So something that's just kind of beat forward and sometimes only is kind of sparse to me sometimes. But I will say, like, as the night went on, I started kind of like feeling the vibe of like it's like you're just kind of swimming in a nice pool of sound.
Yeah, his set. So I think it's hard to judge with, because we don't have a ton of frames of reference, and I've never been I've gone to a lot of like clubs or places with DJs, but I've never been super discerning on the music being played.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, maybe that's what this will do for me, is make me a little bit more like,
oh, totally
discerning. Basically for me, if I can dance to it, like I'm having a good time. But it was his set was very, at least rhythmically, super similar, which might just be a like a result of it just being a house show, because like house
maybe
has like a or what that was wrong.
Like, I mean, it definitely was like similar BPMs a lot of the time.
Yeah, BPMs, beats. He had a few like lyrical elements that he did come back to pretty often, like
oh yeah, he loved like the sound of like a drumstick on a trash can, yeah, or like banging a trash can lid against a wall or something.
And then the occasional distant woman going ah.
Yeah, like just little like ooh, and then oh my god, and then like near the end of his set, he started sampling. He was sampling like other songs.
Hits.
Sampled Thriller, controversial.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. That is controversial.
He didn't really Thriller. He didn't really sample. He really just kind of played
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did some crazy fun samples of Funky Town.
Oh yeah,
that was weird. It was so like he was taking like parts of it that I hadn't heard isolated before and like repeating them 20 times, and I was just like, what? This is crazy.
He was, I think, too, the opener, because I think this was a 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it for DJs. They call them decks. But I think there were 3 sets, and he was the first, and he stopped at like what, 11:30 or something?
No, I left at like midnight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that was the first set. So like, yeah, and then who did you see the next 2 or just the next one?
I don't know. I kind of stopped paying attention after
Come on.
But at least the next full one. But I wasn't being super discerning by the time it got to this.
Okay, well, how was that one though?
Nothing really pulled my focus.
Huh, okay.
But I can say that my focus was otherwise preoccupied.
Yeah, Sam was being single during this event.
I made some friends.
I was working.
Well, I was working until you left.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, like the getting into like the feel of the music kind of around you, as opposed to like listening to the music for the music, was like interesting. I think also the crowd was, I mean, I think this was probably like an EDM like curious crowd, but it was more of like a classic straight bar crowd.
Yes. What was the neighborhood? Was that Gold Coast or?
It wasn't like full on Streeterville. It was like kind of like the southern end of River North.
Yeah.
Ish.
So it's a very like young finance bros who just graduated college area of Chicago.
Yeah. Oh my God. And like, yeah, like people or people from the suburbs that were like, we heard there's a club here.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, sure, there is a club here.
So yeah, EDM curious is a good way to put it.
Oh man, we had a guy. There was a guy that we really liked and were also scared of, that we called Brick.
We loved Brick. Nate and I were being like the worst. We were being like the worst kind of theater kids and just like discussing all of the straight folks. There was this one really beefed. This is completely irrelevant to the subject, but this really beefed up dude with the thickest neck, and we started just
no discernible neck, really.
Yeah, we started just building a character for him. And at first we were being like, oh man, we were saying like meaner stuff. And then I was like, you know what? No, I bet he's a sweet guy. And then we just built this character of
and then he was really sweet. And then at one point he turned around and we knew he was talking about him.
Terrified.
Or we thought he knew we were talking about him, and we thought he was charging us. And he was very intimidating. And then at one point, and then for a while, he danced behind us, and it was a very different feeling than when we were behind Brick.
I did make a friend. I don't know if I told you this. It was so I was talking to two women after you left, and then he talked to one of the. So I talked to one woman, and he talked to her friend, and then him and I talked, and then I went home with him. No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, hey, do you play video games? Because this guy reminded me of Jacob, our EDM Jacob.
Yes.
And he was like, yeah, Counter-Strike? And I was like, yeah. And I added him on Discord, and we've been chatting.
Yeah, I think there was like a, I don't know, there was like a friendliness to the crowd. Like
there was. I think especially as the night got later, I think it got a little bit more into the thick of EDM.
Yeah, and I think it was the people that were friendly, like, were the people that seemed to be very into the music itself.
Yeah, agreed.
Like there was like a guy that just started like, I don't know, like fucking like he was almost like not rave dancing, but he was doing that thing where you like flip your hands around each other and like kind of like move around on the ground. He was cool.
It is super distinguishable who's there for the music and who's there to hit on women.
Oh, yeah. Very like, clear and very obvious.
Those two things aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, but if you're there for a singular purpose.
Here, tonight, that night, they were mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we just kind of gravitated away from those people and kind of like gravitated towards the people that were just kind of having fun.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Well, I was just going to say, terrible drink prices. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Well, I keep on getting off topic here, but the first like two drinks, I bought Nate a drink and I bought myself a Modelo, and it was like what, $25?
$10.
And then I tipped, and then I came back, got another drink, and realized tips were already included, which I've never seen at a fucking club before.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's smart because people aren't, I don't know, they're just like, you better tip us. Like, we're not going to rely on you.
People probably don't realize and expect the prices in River North to be that high, which I did, and then tip on top of it.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. But you were saying.
Yeah, but couple takeaways for me. Rave culture starts, or EDM or electric culture starts really late.
Very late.
Which I kind of already knew, but like I don't know.
Yeah, but man, I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's also like that's even events that I consider to start late start at 10.
Like 9 or 10.
This one started at 10 and didn't really start until midnight.
Well, yeah, like it started at 10 and then didn't actually fully start until like 10:30, really. And then like the first, like the opener for the opener didn't end until 12, like 10 or something.
And that's when like the real crowd started rolling in too.
Right, which is crazy. And because it wasn't like this was just like a random. I think I would get that if it was just like an event that you didn't have to like go into the event.
This
that you
was ticketed.
It was ticketed, yeah. So like it wasn't like people were just like, oh yeah, let's like go to Spy Bar. Like it was like a ticketed event with this specific person that was like performing.
Which like a lot of people do that for bands too. They don't come to the opener, but
but like still like
for that late of a start, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
But hey, I digress. I still really want to try to go to like a light glove,
full on ravey kind of situation,
ravey thing sometime with the light shows and shit. I've still never been to like a genuine, authentic one. We were trying to find one, but less easy than I guess. I think that kind of event is something that happens like every week.
Yeah, it seems like it's something that like you have to kind of know somebody that like is in that group, and then like sometimes. It's because I went to one rave like years and years and years ago, but I literally didn't. I only knew about it because someone was just like, "Hey, you want to go to this rave that's like happening in a warehouse?" I just kind of went, and it was like, but it was not. There weren't like signs or like advertisements for it or anything. So like I I can see how you just need to like kind of know somebody and like know, and if you go to this thing next weekend or something, I feel like that's how you would know more about it.
It is, that does make sense with like what the kind of culture it is too. It is a very, like, I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but it is kind of like everyone's got a friend of a friend kind of culture, and like a very warm sort of thing, not like a semi-public vibe to the culture.
Yeah,
where it's like you come because of people you know, not because you saw it online.
Right, and I think I think what I like about the EDM, like in the music that was playing there too, is that a lot of times when I'm at like a club or I'm like at like a wedding or something, and I'm like dancing, often I know a lot of the music I listen to is like kind of like weird, like under 1,000 listeners on Spotify, like songs that I just like randomly find on my Discover Weekly, and then I just like them, and so I know the lyrics to those, but like I don't often know the lyrics to like super popular stuff like immediately, and I don't know, like I don't always retain stuff from like, you know, all the music that was in my playing in like my homecoming dance or something, right? So often when you're at like a thing like that and they start playing some music and everyone's singing the lyrics and like dancing, like you know, like there'll be a lyric that'll be like, I don't know, like swimming underwater, and then everyone like dances in a way that's like swimming underwater, you know, like you kind of like you dance like you know, songs that stuck about swimming underwater.
I want to go to that party.
But you know what I mean? Like you kind of like, you'll hear something and then like, you know, a lyric's coming, so you like dance and like gesture or something in a way that like is similar to what the lyric is, because you know the lyric and it's all fun, right?
Like fucking Chelsea Rapone, HOTTOGO.
Chelsea Chapone. Chapel Road.
And everyone's doing the YMCA dance.
Yeah. Like,
and then she
people
beat up a kid.
Okay, no, we're not gonna say that. I love Chapel.
No, Chapel's great. I'm just being.
What? No.
She's our biggest fan.
That'd be insane. Yeah, but anyway, so what I like about the idea of EDM and like even just being at the one we went to is that you don't have to know any lyrics. It's literally just kind of like you're just in it. Like you're just enjoying the music, like you're enjoying the beat. Like there's no like alienation of like, oh, I just don't know this song by heart.
That's a good point. I've never really thought about that, and I do like that.
Yeah. And the people that like I said, the people that we ran into that were actually like seemingly more into the music were very chill, very cool.
Yeah.
And not like gross fratty like energy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. Side note. Well, this isn't even a side note. This is relevant. On my birthday, I went to replay Linkin Park, and I guess that same night there was a Shrek rave happening in the back, is what the event was called.
Yeah.
And
That's
I ended
super
up
important.
going to it after everyone left. And it did actually have some pretty, like, there were a few people there that obviously were rave people.
Yeah.
Because everyone was super into the music and dancing a lot, and the music was good.
Cool.
Because it was, like, Shrek mashups and shit, and it was, like, it's fun because, like, when something cool happens to the music and you're with a bunch of people that are really into the music and you're all just like, God! And you're all just, like...
Yeah.
That's fun. Like, it is fun when you're with people that are there more for the music, and the music is there to be listened to, not to be background, you know?
Oh, yeah, and it's such an interesting thing with EDM, like, these artists, like Branzino Boys, like, he had a Spotify, like, he had songs, like, it's just, you just don't really think about it, that, like, they're playing their songs that they, like, mixed, but, like, on a DJ pad or something, right? Like... And they're like live changing it around. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not just playing like a recording of one of their songs or something.
Right.
Which is like cool to me. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like they have all the elements. I actually don't really know how this works at all, but I'm assuming.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You got the sliders with each of the elements, and they can kind of bring them in and out as they want. And then there's also buttons that turn it off and on and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm sure there's a million different ways to.
I mean, sure. That sounds right.
And then they got the record that they go.
Yeah.
You know what? That I've never seen, and I would like to see that.
Oh, I have seen that. It is very cool.
just a dude scratching.
Yep.
That is what a unique and specific art form.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think I'm glad we did this along with DJing, because it kind of it was kind of like DJing was like, oh, the art of the transition, the art of the like putting songs together in a certain order, and this was more like the art of like kind of building a vibe, like through just like sounds and feelings.
Yeah. Next time Cantrip has a show near us, we should really try to go. He's done a couple in the Chicagoland area. What I'm like really interested in his stuff is it's a lot more like what's the word I'm looking for? Like garage, I guess, like garage.
Well, it's more dubsteppy, right?
EDM, more dubsteppy, but it's like if you took metal people and made them dubstep people.
Whoa.
It's like that's what it feels like his crossover is, and that's why I'm so interested in it, because it feels a lot more like underground.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious about that culture. Like, I want to see it.
Yeah, I think just in general, like EDM is just such an interesting, big, huge umbrella, like you were saying, and it's such a weird, like there's so many weird vibes for all of it. Like you can just do EDM, you could just be like listening to lo-fi hip hop girl. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love lo-fi hip hop girl.
I really do.
Lo-fi.
Well,
we both go.
Yeah. She gives Kiki's Delivery Service vibes to me.
She does.
She looks exactly like that. But okay. So, are you going to continue this hobby?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of already starting to like be curious about it. So this timing actually works out for me, and I like going out. I like going to clubs. I like music. So
yeah.
I think if anything, this just made me more discerning about DJs in general.
Yeah.
So like when I go to things and see DJs, I think I'm gonna be paying a little bit more attention.
Well, yeah, and see if they're like DJs or if they're EDM artists or if they like what kind of stuff they do.
I want to start asking myself if I thought they were good or not, or if I liked them or not, because I never do that. And a buddy of mine was like, "Oh yeah, this one specific DJ that plays is not good," and I was like, "They're not," and I was like, "I've never noticed." So like, I don't know. I'd like to pay more attention.
Yeah, I think I will definitely. I'll definitely kind of keep on the lookout for like EDM shows that like I really want to go to a Cantrip show, obviously. But yeah, like I'm not as much of a go-to concert person or go-to club person. So I might not do that as much, but I do like the vibe and like the kind of just swimming in music. So I think if anyone's into that, or that sounds interesting to anybody, they should definitely go check out a show.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, but I have a good outro.
Whoa. Well, before we outro, our next, so we are, as of today, we are back on a schedule, folks. We are back on it. So you can see our episodes every week on Thursdays. We'll try to get them out before noon every Thursday, so that that can be there for y'all's listening pleasure. Next week, I think we'll see if this is the one we do next week. We have some kind of blocked up. We're bricked up with topics. But I think next week we'll be talking about pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, we'll get that out by next week for sure.
Well, yeah, because we might delay it if we want to try to go to a wrestling event. That's the only thing.
Facts.
But if not, we'll probably be talking about wrestling next week with my good friend Stephen McClure, the bassist in my band, the Cryptids. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah. Anything else, Sam?
Well, guys, it's been real fun.
Oh my god.
But it's time for us to end the episode. This has been Show Me To Us, Rachel. I hope you have a lovely Thursday, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Ooh. Hey.
This build goes on for a while. I love you.
Yeah. We just finished a match of Overwatch. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Show me to us, Rachel. Ow!